Hey everyone out there in YouTube land, Milo here for the Fellowship of Acoustics, and welcome to a new episode of New Arrivals. As always, Maico and I are both going through the store. We're both going to pick 2 guitars each. It's quite empty now in these racks here, but I'm sure we'll find enough beauties for you. Last week you all picked your favorite, and your favorite was the Bourgeois, the Touchstone series, the DB model. I was actually quite surprised because we had a Les Paul Jr. 57 one that was incredible. But you all chose. At the end of this video you can also pick your favorite in the poll in the community side of our YouTube page, or you can leave a comment down below. So let's see what is in store for us today. Let's go. Oh, Jesus. If you're an astronaut and you want to take a guitar to space, this is maybe the case that you'd take with you on a journey. Let's see what this is. Okay, it's an SG. Oh, this is the high performance series. So that makes it a 2017 in a cherry burst. Check that out. Really clean, almost like new. I don't want to scare you, so a heads up for all the vintage SG enthusiasts. The robots are taking over, but they didn't, because it was quite a big failure, I think, for Gibson, and they haven't done it since. But it's nice to see. It's almost a relic of the past, a relic of a robotic past for Gibson, the G-Force Robo Tuners. So this is a first for me and for Laura as well. We've both never worked with a G-Force Robo Tuner system, so let's see if we can tune this guitar. Is it in tune? Pretty much. Let's see if we can make it a different tuning. Whoa! Come on! Hello? Hello? Oh. So imagine you are on a stage. The whole crowd is waiting for you to play the next song. Come on! Okay, I just touched it and now it's in tune. Then you can rock out. So leave a comment down below. Robo tuners, yay or nay? Should they have a comeback or not? The best weight guesser in all of Europe, sitting right here. Colin.
Well.
Tell me.
11.3.
11.3. So we just spotted a Antigua Coronado. Oh. What do we think? Laura looks disgusted. I think that's what Antigua does to people. Either you really love it and this is the most beautiful finish you've ever seen, or you feel slightly sick to the stomach. This one looks really great though. The condition is really good. A 69 Coronado 2. Really interesting design of this bridge. I've never really noticed that on the Coronados. It's really full sounding acoustically. Can only imagine what this will sound like through an amp. Not sure if I will pick it, because I did spot some beautiful vintage guitars over there that I'm going to open first. And this is a Gibson guitar from the 40s. It's actually a Banner J45. Check that out. Only a Gibson is good enough, y'all. Really huge neck on this one. Nice. The top looks like it's got a story to tell. I think it's been through a lot. One time it did have a volume control of some sorts. A lot of wear. The neck as well, check that out. This one has been played a lot. Buckle rash. So let's tune it. This has got a really dry and woody sound that is the vintage Banner era Gibson sound that you're after if you're looking for a guitar like this. I think this will record really well. It sounds wonderful right now. I think a microphone will just pick up all the right frequencies on this one. Yeah, this will be my first choice for this new Arrivals, a Banner J45.
Hey everybody, how are you doing over there? New week, new chances, and last week I felt a little bit like, last weekend I should say, I felt like a treasure hunter because I was digging for fossils in Germany. So I felt a little bit like Indiana Jones. We've got some treasures here as well. Let's see what we can find. And some fossils as well. Talking about fossils, this fossil's from 1946.
Let's see how well preserved it is.
Exactly. I won't use a hammer to open this one, so I'll be gentle. Ooh, wow. I think Milo's a bit jealous because I've just heard that he missed this one. It's a 46 script logo. It doesn't have a banner. Milo has picked a banner.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough, no. Only a Gibson, though, is good enough, right? You can see the center seam, but there's not any big crack that's sticking out to me. Beautiful how the finish has cracked. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's very pronounced. When we look at the back, we do see one repaired crack over here, but that's it's also very hard to find a fossil without any cracks in it. So this one fits the weekend. Very beautiful instrument in, I would say, a good condition for its age.
Is it the Holy Grail? What is Indiana Jones looking for? The Holy Grail?
The Holy Grail, yeah, he's actually looking, well, that's the Raiders of the Lost Ark, yes. He's looking for the Holy Grail. This could be the Holy Grail, though. Sounds pretty nice. The neck is nice and beefy. It's the strings on here are actually a bit thin, I think. That's the only thing I'm noticing, but it's just something that you can change if you like that. A few Fender custom shops. I mean, we could check a few. We've got a few in. See some colorings. This one's blonde. Nope. Bruh. Ah, gotcha. Ooh, funky. It said blonde on the label, but it's like natural white faded. Very interesting. I've personally not seen a finish like this before. The back though, or the sides, yeah, you could fool me for blonde. This is a trade-in. It's not a brand new one, but it's from last year. It's just a very nice relic custom shop telly. I have to grab this one because this is on its way to becoming a fossil. But my God, she doesn't look like one. Check that out. Martin D35 from 1966 with Brazilian rosewood back and sides. Very, very nice. The previous owner had a little button for the strap fixed over there. Not sure if these are the original tuners, but it's got a nice look to it. I always love the binding on the side with these guitars, and what sets the D35 apart, this beautiful three-piece back that's on there with a nice slab of Brazilian, if you ask me. It's very, very nice. It's actually got a very tight bass response, which I really like. It's different than the J45, obviously, and this is more my preference, my kind of style. So I'm honestly really curious as to what this will sound like through a mic. So let's check it out downstairs.
Right here we have a Adalid guitar. Ooh, this is a really modern S-style guitar by Patrick James Adalid. How do they call this model? This is the 96 DT in a roasted lava red. Really flamey maple top. Laura, how would you rate this top?
An 8.
An 8. Pretty high, pretty high. Check out the nice carve on this one. Beautiful piece of wood, really nicely carved. Beautiful Adalid guitar in the realm of the modern super strat design. It really reminds me of the a little bit of the Pete Thorne Sur signature as well. We got a roasted maple top, we got swamp ash body, and also a roasted maple neck on this as well. Beautiful dark grain on this rosewood fingerboard, and Mojo humbuckers on this. Cool guitar. Inside of this case is a 345, a VOS finish, and it says gold mist, so that must be really nice. Ooh, don't know if there's anything wrong with my eyes, but isn't this silver? So immediately this is quite a divisive guitar because the label says it's a gold mist. To my eyes, this is more like a silver mist. There's some pink, some rose pink in it as well. Maybe this is sort of the Laurel and Jenny debate, or the purple and black dress. So please let me know what you see in this. All jokes aside, it looks really beautiful though. The misty finish does really match the gold hardware really beautifully. Let's do a quick fire round. We're going to open a Gibson and a Martin. This is one of the more overlooked Gibson acoustic designs, and one of the coolest in my opinion is a J185. So the smaller brother of the Jumbo, the Super Jumbo. This one is a maple back and sides in a beautiful natural finish with a LR system already installed. This one is second hand from 2009. Normally you would see on the J185s there would be two little crosses on the bridge. I don't know why they are not there on this one. It's not as big and bulky as the Super Jumbo, the SJ200. It's in tune and it sounds great right away. Wonderful sounding guitar. Really like this. It doesn't really match the sound of the SJ200. That one has a really specific sound of its own to my ears. But this is a really nice and focused mid-range. It doesn't lack any bass compared to the Super Jumbo, but just a really nice and wonderfully balanced guitar. Next up, in a quick fire round, a OM42. This is a custom-made OM42. Funnily enough, this one does have two inlays here on the bridge, though they're more like a snowflake design. So this was a custom order, I believe, for a wonderful gentleman called Gerard Kaplan. A little bit of a more flashy design, a lot of inlays, of course the 42 style all along the soundboard here. And then you have the inlays here on the fingerboard as well. Really beautiful. Let's see how she sounds. Great. Bring back the robo-tuners. If only all these guitars had robo-tuners, the New Arrivals episode would be a lot shorter. Let's do another bass guitar. Quite an unknown manufacturer, F-Bass. If there are people on the internet that have heard of F-Bass before, please let us know. So this is an F-Bass. From what year? Let's check it out. We don't know. We call this the BN series. Reminds me a bit of the Fodera basses. I checked a lot of videos by Richard Bona. He plays a Fodera bass. Those are really high and they're really, really expensive. And this has a sort of a similar look, also with the all natural design. This is a quite interesting bass because we also have some newspaper articles. It actually belonged to Bert Veldkamp, who unfortunately is no longer with us. He was the bass player for the Dutch band, the prog band Kayak. Maybe some of you will have heard about that band. So he played this F-Bass a lot. in his lifetime, and it was a custom-made bass especially for him. And actually one of our best luthiers in the workshop, Adrian, played a lot with Bert, and now we have his bass here. If you're interested, then please let us know. Maybe we can make a demo for you. We have some bass players in the store. I think I'm going to make a choice out of left field for my second choice. I'm going with the Fender Coronado, also because Laura really doesn't like it, and I'm going to force her to look at it some more. The Coronado 2 in the Antigua finish, so again, really divisive. We have some divisive guitars on this episode of New Arrivals. So please let us know if you like Antigua finishes. I think this one looks really great. It is sort of a thin line, and we have seen some here that were just plain ugly, but this looks really good, I think. So, this 69 Coronado 2 Antigua finish is my second choice for this New Arrivals. This is a Francian guitar. Francian is a brand that we've been doing a couple of years now, and it's an Italian brand, and they make really nice guitars. Nice headstock design, a little bit more modern, but the rest of this guitar is relict. I think you could somewhat compare them to Deltone, which is the Dutch brand that I showed you last week as well. Francian is one of those brands that nowadays builds custom shop quality guitars with, well, you could say custom shop looks that you are accustomed to from Fender and other brands, but the price is a lot more affordable. I think it's around 2,500 euros. And also they do their own little quirks, so they have these modern styled pots over here. And one thing that they did in the past, but they would only have the dots on the top or at the top of the fretboard, but now this is more the classic dot layout that you are used to. Spaghetti logo.
Spaghetti logo right there. Below. Nice, that's actually a cool detail. They throw in a strap. Right next to the Francian I just showed you is a Spanish guitar builder, so we're still staying in the European continent. It's a Manuel Adalid. Koen actually went to the factory where these guitars are made. So it's the same factory as the Alhambra guitars. And let's check out what's in here, because Manuel always makes very high-end classical guitars. Check it out. So beautiful details on this guitar. The binding has beautiful little, how do you call these? They're almost tufts of grain that you would see on a beautiful field out in the meadows. And whoa, check that dark tone wood that's on the back. Palo Santo Madagascar. Sobre cabeza. I don't know how good your Spanish is. I'm gonna find out tonight actually, because I'm gonna learn Spanish. And I've got my first class. So
Dos cerveza.
Dos cerveza, por favor. Just wanted to be sure, so I checked the certificate. It's actually Madagascar Rosewood. This model is actually the Cathedral model, and the Cathedral, well, it's got the nice ornaments just like a Cathedral. It's an anniversary model, and yeah, Cedar top. Mustn't forget that. A lovable tone wood with a lot of Spanish guitar players out there. It's actually really nice sounding. It plays like a dream. I own a Spanish guitar at home, but it's just like a student model, and this makes me feel like a pro straight away. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this one in mind. I want to open a few more cases. We don't often feature classical guitars So that's also a reason why I might choose this one. Let's have a quick look in the photo studio, where there are a few more guitars and also people. Hello there. Did you see this one, Milo? A D18 from 1945. Dang it! Dang it, P! I always like about D18s, they're so light, I can barely feel there's a guitar in here. And I've just grabbed another one which is completely different. It's an electric. Let's open that one first, because then we're staying in the European theme. This is also a Dutch guitar brand, Kaufman Guitars, very popular here amongst a lot of players. And they make beautiful instruments, check that out. Beautiful Jazzmaster, Milo.
I like it.
You like it, right? Feel it. It's pretty light actually for
Yeah,
nice. This finish is actually charcoal frost metallic, very nice. And like you've all chosen in the past, something that you prefer, a non-matching headstock. So natural finish. Ooh, this is actually the most fossil of fossils of today, because it's from 1945. So it's a Martin D18 from the 40s. And if you are unaware, we made a very nice in-depth video about Martin D18s, where Milo presented a lovely, lovely history about these guitars, and Bertolf played some very nice demos on them. And this is another beautiful specimen. And the script logo that I showed you actually had a lot of crackling in the top. This one does not. It's very, very smooth. So is the fingerboard. That almost looks new. Also very, very nice sounding instrument. Very different than the D35 I just played and I've just chosen, but I don't want to be the guy who chooses two vintage Martins. Check this one out. It's going to be on the website very, very soon, and maybe it'll even be featured in a future video. It's a very, very cool instrument. But for now, I think I've already made up my mind to choose something we don't choose too often. It's the Manuel Adalid, so let's just grab that one more time and then we go downstairs. Yeah, I just showed you this one already. I just want to grab it one more time. Like I said, I think it is going to be a nice tribute to Koen's little trip that he had last month to feature this beautiful instrument. So let's see what she sounds like downstairs. Alright, so that was it for this week's new arrivals. We hope you enjoyed very much. This video is not sponsored, by the way, we just love full guitars. Yeah, if you want to make a vote actually for your personal favorite of this week, then we have a little poll on our community page where you can leave your choice. Do you have anything to add, Milo?
No, I think it's been a classic new arrivals episode of sorts, with some vintage Gibson and vintage Martin.
And some actual classic guitars.
Actual classic guitars. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next week.
Bye bye!